New tonight at 6, the chairwoman of the Erie County Legislature wants more county money spent addressing gun violence in Buffalo. But she also wants to make sure that money is spent smartly. As our Steve Brown reports, April Baskin's proposal includes grading the performance of anti-violence groups.
Violent crime in Buffalo, shootings and homicides soared during the pandemic. In the most violence-prone areas of Buffalo, an array of nonprofit groups operate, working to diffuse and deter disputes that can escalate into shootings. The chairwoman of the Erie County Legislature wants those groups to get more money, county money, but with some strings and questions attached.
Solving these issues is not just about throwing funding at programming or just writing them checks. What are the stipends that the members in these groups are being paid? What type of work are they doing?
In a proposal put together by Baskin, she suggests $500,000 for training of anti-violence groups and another $300,000 for a software system to collect data to grade the anti-violence groups.
But if you're assessing the effectiveness of these groups and dollars are attached, some of them might be a little anxious about this. What would you say to those folks?
Anybody that resists that, that means that they're resisting improving outcomes, and therefore there is no more room for them to operate in the space.
I agree.
Pastor James Giles' Back to Basics ministry oversees Peacemakers, perhaps the best known of the anti-violence groups. He welcomes a performance review, but wants a voice in setting the benchmarks because he says often public officials don't really know the job.
I rarely see any of them at funerals. They're not actively engaged with the players. It's certainly not the players, not the gangs. They don't know who the gangs are. They don't know why they're shooting, none of that stuff. They don't hang out at the clubs where fights erupt. I don't see them there. We be out on Chippewa at clubs. I don't see any of them there, so it's real hard for you to set measurements for me.
The impact of gun violence.
The legislature chairwoman says she's discussed her proposal with Erie County Executive Mark Poloncarz, who earlier this year declared gun violence a county public health emergency, signaling more county spending on the issue. Baskin insists that the county gather the data to know what it's getting in return.
We're going to do more with funding, and we're going to give much more, but that when we do it, we know what it is it's going to, that we have a transparent process to understand that it's having an impact.
In Buffalo, Steve Brown, Channel 2 News.